I had a lot of hope and optimism for this season, and it's slowly evaporated. I think we're in a little bit of trouble, and I'm not sure how to get out of it. If you do like what we've been doing with the series, please drop a like, please subscribe, and if you enjoy it, comment down below. The other thing to mention before we get on with this is that just to go over what non-league to glory is. So we start in the non-league, the lowest point in the non-league that is playable without manipulating any databases, which means we started with Alfreton Town in the National North. We then progress, whether that's with Alfreton or is that with another club. And realistically, if another club comes in, like Reality, we will probably accept that job if the club is at a higher standard and offering bigger wages and bigger budgets, etc, etc. That is why we moved to MK Dons, and that is shortly why we moved to Fulham. It just so happens that that's the way that this save works. That's how you move on. So it's just to clarify that for anybody new that's watching, because there is some people that have been confused by the title of non-league to glory, yet we're at Fulham, and that is the reason why. So again, if you like what we're doing, please drop a like, please subscribe. It does mean a lot, and I will let you get on with this episode. Roll intro. Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Non-League to Glory. I'm Adam, and on today's episode we have a couple of games in the Championship. First we are away against Aston Villa, and then we are away against Brentford. Since you were last with me, this is what has happened. We finished off the Cardiff game, which was a 1-1 draw thanks to Arcadius Wrecker in the 24th minute. We then lost 2-1 to Preston, Willem Goebbels with a goal, and we lost 3-1 to Brentford, Claudio Gomez with a goal. We then beat Wycombe 1-0 before we then played Middlesbrough, and we went from the gegenpress being 2-0 down to a tiki-taka and pulled it back, and then thanks to Goebbels and Pozzo, and then Pozzo scored in the 85th minute to give us a 3-2 win. We then went with the tiki-taka against Charlton. Unsurprisingly, you'll see who scored against us, Mr. Curtis Jones, who seemed to be playing out of his skin. Anyway, so that ended 1-1. We're in a little bit of trouble down in 18th. 1-1, drawn 2, lost 2. Let's put this big table on. -2 goal difference, conceding a lot of goals, just not scoring as many. Without that Middlesbrough 3 goals, we'd be stuck on 4. So it's indifferent. Transfers. Since you were last with me, the last transfer was Chalabar. We did bring in Tim Schreiber. Tim Schreiber has come in. I wasn't as convinced by what's his name, Luke Ashby-Hammond, so we got in Bulker. Let's have a look at Schreiber first. Schreiber is a 2-star current ability, 4-star potential ability. He wasn't expensive. He's only on $6,000. He's a backup keeper. He's 2-star current ability, 4-star potential ability. He was brought in from Osberg. He only conceded 17 for their reserve team, and he has 50 there in Bundesliga 3 or 3 Liga. So you know, he's all right. He could get better than that. But we brought Bulker in. Bulker's not that much better, but I have a bit more confidence in him. He's got some decent stats. 2.5-star current ability, 4-star potential ability. We're only paying him £6,750 per week. We signed him from Paris Saint-Germain, 950 grand. He's conceded 6 in 3. But we're changing. Our formation, our style has changed, so that may change that. I wanted a better captain as well, and also to shore up that central defence. So we brought it back, Alfie Mawson. When we were looking through the transfers, we sold Alfie Mawson last year for 6.75. We bought him back for 4.1 million. That's 2.65 million profit, just by letting him go to Everton. So not a bad deal. 16 games in the Premier League. He now comes back down to the Championship. He hasn't set the world alight yet. but he is the new club captain. We also then went and splurged on Kyle Walker-Peters, 3.5 star current ability, 3.5 star potential. He's as good as he's going to get. There might be some slight improvement, but he came in for 7.25 million from Tottenham, playing in the Premier League last year for Burnley on loan, was also playing for Tottenham in the Premier League. So he isn't a bad signing. And then we also signed Lewis Cook, 25-year-old, 1 cap for England, 49.5 grand. We are paying him a fair bit of money, 3.5 star current ability, 4.5 star potential ability. I don't think he'll reach that, but we will see. Signed for just 4.1 million, regular in the Premier League with Bournemouth, was signed from Leeds way back when. In transfers out, I got rid of Anguissa. So Anguissa's gone. We got rid of Lamarchard, he's gone. Halilovic has gone. So Halilovic has gone for 7.5 million to Torino. Mastella's gone on loan to MK Dons. Lamarchard's joined Lorient for 900,000. Chris Ramos, I did want to sell, but he's gone on loan to Millwall. Just saves a bit of wages because nobody was coming in for him for a permanent transfer. Anguissa's gone for 5.75 million to Al Ain, and the reason being we bought in Lewis Cook. We've also got Chalobah who can play there, Calderon, Busquets, and he was on 60,000 a week. So I think we've upgraded, in my opinion. Tyrese Francois has gone to Doncaster on loan, and Fabio Carvalho has gone to Rochdale on loan. He was going to be part of the first team setup, but we have signed Pozzo. We've also got Harvey Elliott, so he's not going to get the game time. And a youngster, Gerard Fitzpatrick. We have 2 Fitzpatrick. This one's Gerard, 17-year-old, who has gone on loan to Boreham Wood. So that's what's happened in the game so far. That's what's happened in the transfers. That leaves us with 28.5 million in the bank. We've got 3.1 million left to spend. I have about 150,000 spare on the wage budget. So just a little test. If I was to take that into transfers, I've still got 10 million. Or if I was to put that into wage budget, I've got 860. So we can do that. We've got plenty of manoeuvre with what we want to do. But that's if we last that long. Because if we look at the club vision, they're already disappointed. Where are we? Top half in the Championship. So they don't want the playoffs as they initially wanted. Although next season they want to be an established Premier League team. But they're disappointed because we're 18th. And that's why we've gone to the tiki-taka. We've reached the 3rd round of the EFL Cup. They're pleased with that. Let's have a look at that. We've drawn Brentford in the next round. Based on last season's 6-1 drubbing before we got there, the 3-1 defeat that we've had this season. I mean, in that game, we were leading 1-0. If we have a look at this, we were leading 1-0 up to the 76th minute. It all looked rosy. And then all of a sudden, they went into overdrive and just absolutely annihilated us for 15 minutes and made us look silly. But today is the game against Aston Villa. Aston Villa are 8th. They are performing better than us. I dare say they've got a better squad than us, but we shall see. We're still waiting for Pellegrini to come back. Pellegrini, he's getting there. About 2 weeks away, but they only need a couple of games, so we're probably looking towards mid-September when we'll see Pellegrini in. So the team that we're sending out today in our new style of tiki-taka is Bulker in goal, Walker-Peters on the right, Reca on the left, Mawson and Moore in the centre, Cook, Gomez and Calderon in the centre of midfield, Pozzo on the right, Cherky on the left, Goebbels up front. On the bench is Hammond, Chalobah, Woodburn, Busquets, Romeo, Favale and Welbeck. And I can't find a place for Nicolau. He could be very, very good, but I can't justify putting him in. So that's the team. Let's get into it. And let's hope with 2 away games we can make some progress today. We're the underdogs again. Yes, we are the underdogs again. Good luck, lads. Let's go out and pull off an upset. So let's see this new style, and let's see whether it makes a difference, or the misery is going to continue. It's Gilbert, who goes past one, crosses it, and a goal. And 2 minutes in, Seferovic has scored, and we're 1-0 down. And I can see the sack looming. It's easily done. Past one and unmarked. That should have been dealt with. I was convinced we'd put a decent squad together this season, and we've not been very good at all. Barnsley's top there, 5 straight wins, 15 points. They've just been in the Premier League. And it's Wrecker now. Wrecker to Pozzo. Pozzo back to Wrecker. Wrecker lays it back out and into Cook. Cook's going nowhere, and that is awful. That is an awful waste of a ball. It's Mawson who chases it down, back to the keeper, and it's Bulker. Bulker now lays it out to Mawson. Mawson to Wrecker. Wrecker back on his familiar left side into Calderon. Cook now finds a player. It's Pozzo. Pozzo into Calderon. Goebbels. That's a great ball to Walker-Peters. Walker-Peters. Keeper saves it. That looked promising. And that looks like the style we want to play without conceding the goals, though. And it's a corner now. O'Connell gets there. Elena gets it out. It's Cook now. Cook finds Cherky. Cherky doesn't get the cross in. I think the ball was a little bit too far for him. And it remains 1-0. And it's Elena now. Bending. Oh, it's the post. Bending free kick in. And it hits the post, and we're lucky to still be in this game. Cherky now. Bounces around, and it's disallowed. Calderon had scored. We're not even going to see the Goebbels, Wrecker, Walker-Peters in. Cook finds Wrecker. Wrecker runs in, does get the cross in. Cherky's there just past the post, and we do look a lot better playing the tiki-taka than we were the gegenpress. The only thing that's missing is converting those chances. And it's Bulker now. Plays it to Moore. Moore to Walker-Peters. Walker-Peters. Dally's on the ball. And luckily Trezeguet makes an absolute mess of it, because who knows what Walker-Peters was thinking. And we are still 1-0 down, and I think we've got away with it a bit. You want me to sympathise with them? Right. Let's have a much better showing in the second half. That may come back to bite me, but this is Wrecker, and it's just wasteful. Walker-Peters. Gomez now. Gomez to Moore. Moore all the way back, and it's to Bulker. Jesus Mary. We've got away with it again. I can't even explain what they're doing. Pozzo now runs, carries on his run, and it's a tame shot. We've got away with 3 or 4 bad mistakes with passes going all over the place. And when we're comfortable on the ball, we then just give it away. It's Rogic now. Gilbert crosses in. He caused problems last time. And we've now give a penalty away. Right, penalty now. Aston Villa. It's Elena who steps up, and of course he scores. It's 2-0 to Aston Villa. We are down, and we are struggling. And this isn't going to be easy. I don't want to see it again. I thought that we would at least be competitive. Let's see this before I make my changes. It's Cherky. And the keeper somehow chucks himself in front of it. And we're going to change What have I got loaded up? My Volante and a 4-3-3. And I think we're going to change to a 4-3-3. Can we do it? Can we do it? I've got Favale. Let's bring Favale on. And I have got Woodburn. Let's bring Woodburn on. Like that. Goobles is going to play there. What does Favale want to be? Target man. You can be a target man. That's fine. With 3 of them up there. You on advance forward, and Woodburn, you can play there as a deep lying. Gomez wants to be a deep lying playmaker, and this is the problem I've got, because they all want to be that. You can be a box to box. And Cook, now let's have Cook as the box to box. Let's have Calderon. Who else have I got? I've got Busquets. Busquets wants to be neither of those. There we are. Chalabar. Let's bring Chalabar on. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. That's it. 3 changes. Recco, Walker, Peters more. Let's go with that. Let's see whether we can salvage something here. Don't know what's happening there. Let's go. I want to go attack him. We're 2-0 down. There's no point. There's no point being balanced. And it's back to the drawing board, I suppose. We had played better in this tiki-taka, and then we've come up against Villa. It's Bulker now. We've got 7 minutes left. Mawson. Gomez. Oh dear me. Recca gets it. Recca runs forward. Plays it back. And Gomez. And it's all the way back to Mawson. Goobles takes it down. He doesn't get anywhere. 3 surrounding. Goobles does get it in. And Favale. It's not a strong header, and we remain 2-0 down. And now I'm thinking, should we have kept with the gegenpress? It's 3-0. And we have been torn apart. It could have been more. It really could have been more. Look at this. It's really easy to split us open. And I know it may be because we've gone attacking, but what do you want me to do at 2-0 down? Now 3-0. It's going to be a defeat. It's a little bit of promise, but in reality this is going back to a couple of games ago. We've only really looked convincing for 20 minutes against Middlesbrough, I think. It's more now who's going to dally on the ball at 92 minutes, passes it back to Bulker. Bulker's not going to take his time, as though it's okay. It's fine. Mawson. Gomez now. Little tricks. Awful. Awful. I mean, we turned it around at MK Dons, and it took us 4 or 5 games. This is taking a lot longer, and we don't look convincing at all. What do you say to him? It wasn't a pleasing performance. We do need to be aggressive. You'll be training hard tomorrow. So now on to the Brentford game in the League Cup. I was tempted to make some changes, rest some players. We're back to the gegenpress, and I'm not sure I can rest the players. We need a victory. We need some confidence. And so that is the team I'm sending out. It is unchanged. Let's have a look. Bulker in goal. Recca, Nicola. Oh, sorry, I brought Nicolau in. Mawson and Walker Peters. Gomez, Cook and Calderon. Pozzo, Goobles and Cherke. If it doesn't go well here, we're going to have to think about some changes. Brentford have won 3 of the last 5. Yeah, Go out there, get revenge, and play expressively. And that's the message sending out. We're back to the gegenpress because nothing else has seemed to stick. We need a victory. Hopefully, we can play the same as we did against Brentford last time without conceding those 3 goals. Positive style, we're yet to see a highlight. We are having the chances and we are controlling some of the possession, but we're yet to see a highlight. I think if we can get 1 or 2 wins under his belts, I think the rest is there and we'll start to climb the table. Unfortunately, that's proving hard at the moment. If you look what we're doing, 6 shots, 4 on target, 57% of the possession. We are the better team based on the stats. We've got nothing else to go on at the moment. It's 0-0 in the League Cup, and predictably they score. My half-time tea talks are obviously not working. We are struggling. At the moment it's difficult to see a way out. Show some passion. You're away against your rivals, and I'm yet to see anything from you. This is the first one, and it's a wasted ball again, and it's Reca now again, and Reca's going to run, and he plays it, and he's played it to their player and left them to break. And it's Diaz who scored against us last time, and we're just all over the place, and we get away with one, and again, and we could have been torn apart. And there's a wasted opportunity again. We are going to make some changes because Pozzo isn't playing great. We don't have anybody that can really go there, but let's get Welbeck in there. Goebbels is playing like an absolute plank. Let's get Favale on there. And Gomez, he may as well not even be on the pitch. He isn't doing anything. He isn't an Otranto. Give me Otranto. Let's bring Busquets on. Give Busquets a run. What do you want to be? That's what you're going to be. Let's change you to an inverted winger. You're going to stay like that. You want to be a target man. There's no point. Let's put you as a pressing forward. There we go. That's the changes. Give him a kick up the ass. 62 minutes gone. And let's see what we can do. Let's change this and go to attacking. And it's Cherky now. Cherky with the free kick. Nicolau comes in. Plays it back to Cherky unmarked. Cherky scores. It is 1-1. Nicolau, the youngster, has come back into the team and he's laid it off to Cherky. Unmarked. Able to take that shot. And it is 1-1. Look at this. Cherky runs on from deep. Is this the man we want in the centre of midfield? He can play there. And that would bring Woodburn probably onto the left. But it's 1-1. Let's change this back to positive. And it's Cook, Calderon, Welbeck, Walker-Peters. Walker-Peters crosses in and Favale. Would Goebbels have put that away? I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether he might be the problem because we're definitely creating the chances. Cherky. The problem is I couldn't find anybody as a backup apart from Favale. And it may be Favale we have to go for. And it's Calderon. And it seems at the moment it's all us at the moment. Diarra kicks it out. It's not done too much. Canos gets it. Plays it in. Keeper saves. I mean, Bulk has kept us in some games. I say kept us in. He's kept us from conceding lots of goals. Reca, Favale. Favale back to Reca. Reca's now going to run down that left-hand side. He finds Cherky. Cherky again. Crosses it. Ooh, almost there. Calderon. Snaps at it. Cook. Welbeck. And a man of his experience should have put that away. We've got no more changes. It's 1-1. I really didn't want extra time, and I might have spoke too soon. Janssen, Mabenza, Canos, goal. Brentford are through. Well, that's disappointing because we have looked better since we made those changes. and we've been undone again. And it's not dealt with, and it's, what is Mawson doing? What is Mawson doing? 17 shots, 11 on target. I know we're going to lose 3-1. Keeper saves. And it's going to go for a goal kick. The boys did well, and their efforts were excellent. We didn't play well. A couple of players played alright, but look at those ratings. It was awful. It wasn't. I'm not happy. No, I'm not pussyfooting around anymore. You've let the team down. I mean, lots of reflection. Anyway, let's go and look at the table after that defeat to Aston Villa first of all, where we're 4 points clear of relegation. Silver linings. That's that's only because other teams are absolutely woeful. 5 points. We are 10 points off Barnsley already. 5 wins for them. We haven't looked great. We don't have anybody in the goal charts. We don't have anybody anywhere in there. We're poor, and that's my fault. So I need to have a look at what we're doing. Some players aren't pulling their weight. I mean, last 5 games, Goobles and Cherky. I mean, Pozzo. I mean, I give Gomez flat, but look at his last 5 games, 7.28. Nicolau is the problem. Cook and Calderon. Is that the problem? Is the problem Walker-Peters? And more of a problem, is it Mawson? He hasn't had a good game and he's the captain. Have I not got a striker? Google should be scoring. What's he got? 3 in the league. I think the problem may be the central midfield, which is what we have to look at. I could do with an Otranto. Anyway, after this disappointing episode, and probably a disappointing episode so far for Fulham, we're going to get some games out of the way. I have lots to think about. We're out of the League Cup. That doesn't matter. We won't be back into another cup competition until January. Will it still be January? Anyway, what we're going to do is I'm going to get all of September out of the way. I'm going to come back for the Southampton and Stoke game. That gives me a fair run of games to fix this problem. I may be back sooner, because if things continue like this, we could be without a job even. So what I'm going to do is I am going to get all these games out of the way and come back for the Southampton game. So I'll see you on the next episode, and thank you for watching.
We are heroes tonight.